When we talk about the biggest what ifs in sports, let alone boxing history, the name that should be at the top of everybody's list should be Félix Savón. He has a head-scratching story and one that's really hard to understand and comprehend, but today let's try to break it down and explain it. To understand why Félix was so great though, we do have to detail the rich history of the Cuban school of boxing. Nobody has more gold medals in Olympic boxing in the last 20 years than Cuba, and this isn't an accident at all. The Cuban school of boxing is brutal and all-consuming. With a deep, rich history, most boys in Cuba only know boxing, and it's all they have to put their hope in, and all they have to turn to. Many endure poor conditions and rough upbringings, and even in the 80s and 90s, a long-standing dictatorship. Fidel Castro was a beloved figure in 1959 when he led a guerrilla army that successfully overthrew the US-backed military dictatorship of Fulgencio Batista. But by the 1980s, he had become Cuba's worst nightmare. Under his own leadership, the regime monitored neighborhoods, creating a culture of deep distrust where free speech was severely punished. Extreme rationing was a way of life. Cubans faced long daily power outages, overcrowded transportation, and the lack of basic food and consumer goods. Political dissidents, independent journalists, and anyone who perceived as an anti-revolutionary faced arbitrary arrest, imprisonment, and forced labor in abysmal conditions. The hardships and desire for freedom boiled over in 1980 when roughly 125,000 Cubans saw asylum at the Peruvian embassy, leading to a massive, perilous mass exodus to the United States known as the Mariel Boat Lift. All of this in the 80s is important when understanding one of the biggest what-ifs in boxing history. To understand Félix Savón, imagine LeBron James, the 18-year-old prodigy that was running through high school teams. He went to college, then wrecked the Olympics for 15 years, but no matter how many millions was thrown at him, never went to the NBA to compete against the best due to his allegiance to his country and a dictatorship. That's Félix Savón. 6'6", power in both hands, and with the Cuban upbringing had technical skills and defensive capabilities at the highest level. Everyone mentions the 3 gold medals Félix won, but it has to be noted his first attempt was supposed to be in 1988, but Cuba decided to boycott the Olympic Games that year, so it was another opportunity he would miss out on due to his patriotism, which is the biggest theme in this what-if story. With that being said, he would have to wait a whole 4 years to get his taste of gold. When the time came in 1992, he would go to Barcelona as the favorite and quickly showed why, cruising through the tournament and crushing Nigeria's David Isandrete 14-1 in the final. After his first gold medal, enter 1995, Mike Tyson was leaving a 4-year hiatus from the game and was looking to retake his heavyweight crown. And who was the hot topic in the boxing game at the time? Félix Savón. And he was so heavily talked about, he would be thrown upwards of 15 to 20 million to fight Mike. But there was no amount of money that would make the fight ever happen because Félix seen leaving Cuba to go pro as turning his back on his people and his government. With his name being in the talks with Tyson and his first gold medal under his belt, this finally put the target on his back, and in 1996 everyone would be gunning for him. But he would come out on top in even more dominant fashion, winning the final 20-2. Now in the 2000 Sydney Olympics, a lot of critics expected Félix to slow down now that he was in his 30s, which due to the final being a lot closer than the first two, the point might have been valid. He would go on to beat Russia's Sultan Ibragimov 21-13, which was convincing but not as dominant as his first 2 gold medals. Despite all of that, Félix was becoming one of the best boxers in the world, but a huge what if for the pros. By this time, Félix was 33, and the command for him was so low, even though he had proven to be quite possibly the best heavyweight in the world. But we will always have to wonder, what if? Because he never took the opportunity to show it, because he had a dying loyalty for what would turn out to be a historic dictatorship. Félix is just another story of a Cuban who was hurt by its government, leaving us all to wonder, what if?